everybody. How are you doing? Thank you for watching us on Jenny and Jenny with Farley and Friends. What we're going to do today, or tonight rather, some of you it could be today. What we're going to do, we're gonna go ahead and play some poetry. So our guest today is Tina BW. Everybody knows her from Soulful Poetry. I'm gonna stop playing the music in just 1 second. Let's get a little taste in. This is our intro for today, Monday, August 4th. We're coming to you live with spoken word and poetry. Okay. Tina, how are you today?
I am doing well today. How's everybody out there?
I'm wondering how everybody is out there. How are you doing? Comment. Definitely go ahead and you got the stars, not the stars, excuse me. You guys, there is the part where you can go ahead and make a donation. Who is watching, started watching, thank you. Definitely comment. We're doing a sporadic moment of spoken word poetry since I couldn't do that yesterday. Hey, oh, snap. What's going on? The guard code red. Stop playing with me. You know I was going to do Gotta Getaway afterwards. You know I love it. This is Tina BW, and she was on my third spoken word album, Soulful Poetry. And so that's what we're going to play today. The Guard Code Red. Oh my gosh, Tina, his music. Like, you're a New Yorker, so you know about music.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know about the hip hop industry. You got to listen to him. I got to play something of his later on because, I mean, he's just really amazing. So, now we did, let's go into, okay, because I got them all loaded up. Okay. So we did Grand Rising. So let's start with that one. And then we'll talk about exactly what it is that we felt about it. Because poetry and spoken word comes before you start rapping or doing hip hop. So we're definitely coming in from the ground root here. So talk to me, Tina. Grand Rising. We're going to go ahead and play that, and then I want you to talk to me about exactly what you were feeling.
All right. Yep. Let it play.
Yes. Give a warm round of applause for Miss Farley and Miss Tina BW reading Grand Rising.
Grand Rising is beautifully surprising to see another day, watching the birds chirp and play as the sun greets us in a warm way. Inhaling the fresh air, whether bundled or bare, we can't survive without it. The trees stand strong, whether they're leaves or they're gone, desperately need the rain to cleanse our earth, our brain. Sometimes we need the snow. Over the grass it will show a kiss of each blessing, witnessing the seasons changing, it's stressing. Slow down our racing thoughts, letting go of the battles we fought in the past, not letting shadows overcast, putting them away. Let's meditate and pray. Before our feet touch the ground, let us all be bound to love, forgiveness, gratitude, and compassion, igniting our pro-love movement attraction into the universe to touch every being. It's liberating and freeing to welcome this grand rising in a happy place.
Nothing takes me to my happy place better than the beginning of a new day. Waking up in the morning as the sun caresses my face, I open my eyes, thankful to be alive. Leaning into my husband's good morning hug and a gentle kiss on my forehead, which reminds me of how much I am loved. Watch watching the neighborhood slowly come to life beneath me from the comfort of my deck, and listening to the birds chirping loudly as they enjoy snacks from the feeder and splash in the bird bath. Savoring the smell of freshly brewed coffee as I enjoy a cup, light and sweet of course, just like me. Then answering a phone call from my son and a text from my daughter to let me know that all is well in their world today. These simple things are the beginning of each day that give me peace, tranquility, and a sense of happiness that carries me to my happy place.
Yes! And we want to thank the executive producer, Wicked Low, for that. The Guard Code Red, Soothing Paradise. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was Commentary the Frank. All the music was made by him, and I appreciate him, and shout out to him. You guys, forgive me, my mind is a little bit everywhere. I woke up late. I had to jump in, and y'all know about this band right here. So these drums, so my mind is going everywhere. Like, please be quiet, because I'm trying to have this tranquil moment with my cousin. So Tina, tell me, that was so easy. I would think that you always were doing spoken word. So talk to me about when you started doing that.
You know, I have not really been doing a lot of spoken word. I do a lot of writing for me, it's always just writing something in the moment. So like that piece, when I wrote it, that is just how I was feeling that moment. And that's just how it developed and came out. I don't do a lot of premeditating when I'm kind of doing my writing. It's like I have to stop what I'm doing and write it right now, or else it escapes me.
Mm-hmm. That's what. Absolutely. It's something about writing. But when you did it, I first of all was so like, yes, because I knew that you have a voice that I knew was going to be very soothing. And for poetry, because you've done so much work and you haven't gotten it out there just yet.
Yeah.
Then it was nice for you to be. Go ahead.
I said I'm still a little shy about it. It's getting my stuff out there.
Oh, well, guess what? We're gonna pull it out of you.
I know. You keep pushing me. You getting me ready.
But one of the things that I loved about it, because it took me into where I love the way that we always combine our writing. And then it ends up flowing together. And just to give everybody a little sense of something, is that there's things that we're doing that's upcoming, which is really exciting as well, because we will be in book form and we will also be in audio form. And I will send it out as digital as well for the people who want to just go ahead and read it on the go, or like I said, audio. This is what we can do for what we're going to be working on in our own book. So I just want to give everybody a little heads up. And if you want to go ahead now and introduce yourself a little bit more, because you're more than a writer, I'd like for you to take that time to do it now.
Okay, well, let's see. I am a retired office worker who worked in healthcare within the nursing department of a major New York City hospital. I did not actually care for patients, but I was responsible to monitor the nurses and make sure the nurses were doing what was required and following all the steps that they needed to follow and doing everything appropriately. I've been retired now for about 4 years. I am married and recently married. Not recently, but like 5 years ago, I did for the first time get married, and I was already in my 50s, late 50s at that. So it took me a while to get to that point of being married. I have two adult children and three grandchildren. Both of my children at this point are living out on the West Coast. My grandchildren, two of the three are already headed for college. Um, but I love visiting with them. I'm happy that they live in a different state because I get to be the fun, happy to see you grandma rather than the grandma who's always trying to tell them to do their homework and, keep them in check. So I love that. I love that when I do see them, they're always really happy to see me because it's probably once or maybe twice a year that we really get to spend time together.
Right. And so what made you have a passion for writing, and what prompted you, besides me bullying you, into the
I've always enjoyed writing. I mean, when I was a teenager, I used to write. I used to write like a soap opera type of thing, right? So I'd go home at night and write a chapter or write the next part of my story and bring it to school, and everybody would read it, and they couldn't wait for tomorrow to read the next part and stuff like that. And I did that probably throughout middle school. And then, high school came along and we all got involved in other activities. So writing kind of took a back seat in terms of being something that I did and shared. But I've always kind of journaled. I've always kind of sat down and write down my thoughts and my feelings and stuff like that. But I never really thought about compiling it and putting it into something that other people would want to read.
Right. Now
that you're bullying me into it, it's coming together a little bit.
And you guys, when we say bully, it means that honestly, the pushing part, because sometimes, like for me,
you're on track.
Yes, indeed. And so let us go ahead and play Unforbidden Memories, because this one we can really go into some more things that we can talk about, but this one really opened it up for me.
Can y'all dig it? Coming up next with Miss Farley is Tina B.W. reading Unforbidden Memories. Go ahead, cousins.
I try hard to forget and push the thoughts into the deepest part of my mind. The memories make me feel weak, but remind me that I am strong. Flashes of lying in a hospital bed after a life-changing diagnosis, then managing daily follow-up treatments, but going on with my day as if nothing was different. Keeping a brave face with a smile in public, but silently crying into my pillow when I'm alone at night. Believing that the worst was over, the healing had begun, and everything was going to be fine. But then 5 years later, it was back, with the threat of going through the whole process all over again. So, I decided fuck it, and told the surgeon to just take them both. I'll probably live longer without them anyway, and they will never ever threaten my life again. But every time I stand in front of a mirror and see the blemishes and the scars, the unforbidden memories reappear.
I inhale and close my eyes, breathing all of your natural scent. Though you flow peacefully in spirit, gently you come to me in a breeze, the love of memories. You are my endorphins, ever present, ever running, releasing my sex hormones from the walls of my sacral chakra, the fire of memories. The taste of brown sweat, so salty, so sweet, is the explosion in my mouth, licking my lips to savor your taste, the desire of memories. Dawn is coming so near, awakening to another day. Without you is my struggle, my pain. just to see you once again is forever kept in my memories.
I love that.
Yeah, that was really
So, Cobra says, I'll be back writing a song at the moment
good.
and got a thought. Ooh, you got to tell me what your thought is because I want to know. We want to know what your thought is. The card code red, you guys. The true hip hop lyricist that is underground that we hope that will soon be mainstream. Tina, I'm gonna have you listen to one of his songs while we're on here.
Okay.
Because and then you can tell me exactly what you think as well, because he's got a lot of great stuff, and because we're doing poetry and some of his songs, it's got that relaxing tone to it, and what we've been struggling with, I think you'll like it. So please tell us, why did you choose to go that way in Unforbidden Memories?
Well, I guess the idea, so I kind of transposed it from Unforbidden Memories, just because it's kind of like something you don't want to think about. It's not so much that it's a forbidden memory, but again, something that you try to put in the background of your head and not think about on a daily basis. And so it just came to me to write about it like that. That it's not really forbidden. It's not unforbidden. It's okay to think about it. It's okay to remember. It's okay to kind of relive what you went through and remember the struggle and remember how strong you are when you go through these types of struggles.
I thought it was amazing when you did that, and of course, I cried. What people don't know is that our family history of our mothers all being gone due to cancer, and then it's striking us, the next generation. So when you wrote about that piece, and I know what you went through, but it was so much of the walk through it. Like, I could never ask my mom because I was that young.
Right.
So I didn't get a chance to say, like, okay, what is it like? I know what she felt like, and I knew certain things, were kept from me because I was so young until I got a little bit older.
Well,
But
I want to say also, in fairness, because I was not a child when my mother passed from cancer, but for me, my mother just was not the sharing type. Okay. And she really kept it a lot to herself, what she was going through. We didn't really know until well into the disease process that she was ill. Like, she didn't share it as good along the way.
right, but you know what though, that has to be something about our mothers, period, because they were the strong and silent type,
Right.
where
And
we didn't
we're
understand.
learning to be
Yeah.
different. I think we tend to be strong and silent too, to a certain degree, but I think times are different and cancer is not so taboo as it was back when they were going through it. So now we have a little bit more freedom to talk about it.
Right. That is so true. And it's scary because at the same time, but we have each other to talk to about these things. And I love that going in there, because when I did Unforbidden Memories, when I titled it that way, it was about, again, something that's not forbidden to talk about. So I was grateful that you did, because also on the same album, Ashley K. Lee, who I gotta remember her married name because she just got married.
Nice.
Absolutely. Her and Tony, congratulations once again to you guys. She's a spoken word artist, and she is in stage 4 leukemia.
Oh, wow.
And she has something else that was going on, but she's been bombarded twice. So she's trying to stay in the fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's also on here, and she's a dynamic person. So to have two people talk about, well, overcoming or trying to deal with cancer is something that I was grateful for. And it was wild because let's tell the funny part, the funny story. So the person that is our moderator is our cousin. Again, her mother
Nancy.
too passed away from cancer. And so when we got doing this, I love the way that, we opened it and everything else, but we were sharing things. And so I had all the hip hop artists who were on my spoken word, do spoken word. And I told them, nobody can curse.
No
What?
cursing.
They were like, huh? Wait. So we can't say, no. But Christy, no. Shut it down. So then once we got to playing it afterwards, and I said, Tina cursed. And she said,
Tina
let me
said a
tell her.
bad word.
Yep. And she was so much like a kid about it. She's like, let me tell her she did it. Let me tell her that she's the one.
And the funny thing is that I don't normally curse a lot. I don't curse.
No,
a
you
lot.
don't. But it was funny because
I couldn't find other words to express that thought. You know what I'm saying? Like there was no other way for me to express me, saying forget it wasn't going to work.
exactly. And that's
I,
when sometimes you need to have that work. Exactly.
yeah.
And I wanted to evoke the emotion. So it was just funny though.
Yeah. It was
Because
funny.
I didn't have to tell you because I knew that you don't curse. You don't
Right.
put stuff in your writing. So, but it was just a fun thing that we were laughing at because you're not a hip hop artist.
Right.
And
So I got to pass.
But also cancer. You can't, some things that you just can't say, like, and Code Red, you know this. I'm gonna read your comment in a moment, but you know about this, that when you're trying to go ahead and use other words, sometimes it just don't work.
Right.
So when we're doing this, whether it's poetry, spoken word, or it becomes hip hop, then sometimes you have to go back to a word that you're not normally wanting to use, but you're like, okay, wait a minute, gotta use that, but it emphasizes exactly "fu cancer," and
Yeah,
I know what it meant, and I said I wasn't changing it
Yeah, exactly.
because if it was something so derogatory, then of course, like if somebody was to put something material in, then I'm like, oh no, you can't use that.
Mm-hmm.
Because really we wanted this to be radio ready, which I'll tell people my news later, but that's exactly what I needed though. And it was right on point, and people can understand that because how many people sit up there and we see FU cancer all the time on Facebook, Instagram, all these different places where people are so upset because it's like, when you do it once, then you think that everything is okay.
Right.
And then, especially when they catch it, and you're like, good, they caught it. We can do something about this. Okay, did this, did that. And then, boom, it comes back. It's like, what? Like, no, particularly with us. I know that you can share your sentiments because you're on here.
Mm-hmm.
And mine, knowing that last year, November, when they told me that I had it, at first, it was just like, yeah, like, I don't know what that means. You know what I mean? Like, you really have to. I had to really think about it, and it took me about a good 2 months to really comprehend and say it out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and I think that in part of my piece that I wrote, I say that I was, I'd go through my treatments every day and then going about my day like normal, because the same, I was not sharing the information. It was only with the one or two people who were closest to me who knew what was going on. But like at work and everything like that, it was just like just another day. Or that's how I portrayed it. Like it was just another day.
And that's what is amazing about you and others, is that I find the strongest people when they're going through, and that comes from the term, you never know what somebody's going through.
Right. That's
because you would always look good. You would just look as snazzy, just as beautiful, and your clothing and all that stuff, the things that you wear, always beautiful. All nothing would have let me know that
Right.
you were going through cancer, much less even going through chemo or anything like that.
Right.
And so that's the beautiful thing about the strength and we sharing these things, because when you find strength in doing something and saying, hey, something as major as that, and cancer we know is very major. So it becomes one of them things where you're like, wow, that person was going through that.
Right.
You know, when other people start to find out as they hear more and more about the spoken word that you did, you know, in any piece that you write about cancer, then people are really going to be able to find a lot of strength in your story, because I know I did. And I was like, wow, like, I don't know what it would have been like to try to sit up there and go out every single day like you have to go out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so you and my salute to Sabrina Thomas, who did the same thing. And I'm like so proud because y'all didn't miss a beat when it came down to pushing, but everybody needed to hear the pain, and you being able to say that. That's why the whole piece was so wonderful to me. And because I thank you again, you were the person that I had to get in to that slot,
Mm-hmm.
because another lady that was doing it, her voice was not able to push through the music.
Okay.
And because she is a film producer, she didn't have time to go back, because I was trying to make her understand that it was fine with her recording, but once the music,
Mm-hmm.
then she couldn't, then it was like you really couldn't hear a lot. Like it was so distorted, you
Right.
know, and definitely don't want to put that out. So I thank you, A, for doing it last minute, because me and her were writing a piece, which is why mine is more exotic.
Right.
It's because I was like, okay, here's an unforbidden memory. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm thinking about, you know, that day and that man, you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
future tense, because I don't want nothing from the past. You know, keep that. But I'm gonna keep it going though on the show. Okay,
Right.
because we can talk about that too, but no rush. Okay. We're not gonna do it. But Co-Red said, my thought was I done seen bad times and good times too. A handle's never worth the purpose that it's strapped to. Wow.
That's deep.
That's what I'm saying. When I'm trying to tell you, Tina. That's why I said New Yorkers know their music and stuff like that. I got to play something from him because he hits the spot, and he's not so overly clever with his words.
Mm-hmm.
You're not trying to figure out, well, okay, what did he mean, or
Right.
you know. But he just so going in, so well laid with his voice. The projection when you see his videos, it's not all that craziness, and you know, it's something that you can actually sit and watch. Because me, a person, I'm a visual as well as an audio. So
Mm-hmm.
if I'm listening to the audio and I love it, then I'm seeing a visual that's like, oh gosh, okay, I don't want to see somebody, you know, shooting
Right.
out the window and you know, pants sagging, and you know, I got to, you know, all like, no, that's not, yeah, that's not where it's at.
Right.
You're not doing right the videos that draws everybody in. So his music, that's what I was saying to him when I first heard him back in 2021, I was like, wow, there was something about him with his lyricism and the way he was able to do it and
Mm-hmm.
deliver it with his voice was like, wow, okay, natural born, ready,
Right.
you know. And that's
Yeah.
one thing we can all appreciate being on audio now, is being able to go ahead and like the last two that we played, you would think that you was doing that forever.
No, that was my first time.
And so that's what, you know, okay, well, let me go ahead and finish up these comments real quick because we want to get to the comments always. He said, meaning you hold on to the handle to drink what's in the cup, which is a reflection of stress and chaos in our life. But we live life to drink what's in that cup, which is a higher value. You better go ahead and tell him, Code Red, I ain't messing with you tonight. I know that's right. And
Makes
then
sense
wait a
to
minute.
me.
Okay. did you want to read this one, Tina?
But the handle is what gives you control to drink what's in the cup. So why do we devalue the struggle of life?
Mm,
That's the control. Yeah.
mm, mm, mm. He said facts, and that was something that he said at 8:25. So you guys, I got to multitask, and I'm still trying to get through them on why they're playing so late with these drums, because I'm just trying to sit up there and appreciate the fact that I got y'all on here, and that's like my mind is going in two different places. So excuse me, everybody. LOL, I appreciate that. Oh, you know I'm going to talk about you. You know I am. I don't know who you think that you was talking to after 4 years of knowing Christy Farley. Excuse me, Christy L. Farley. Let me put that L up in there, okay? Because that means everything. You know, and I love the fact that we can sit there and have fun in between, because these are deep. When we're writing, it's something that we're definitely feeling inside, and so to be able to get it out, poured out, is so beautiful and wonderful. And you just sometimes want to just sit in that moment. And so everybody, this is on my soulful poetry album. It's my third album, where my cousin Tiffany moderates. My niece actually opens it up, and then my cousin comes in and does the moderating. And Tina was good enough to do 2 pieces for me. And we have so much more coming, because Sabrina had announced, so now I can announce that we will be doing the anthology. So not only am I going to be doing it with Sabrina, also Tina will be doing it as well. So this is going to be so much fun, you guys, because me having a legacy, we all were talking about legacy, which is called basically legacy building. And so what we can do now is we can be able to give something not only to ourselves in this life that, our parents weren't able to do. For one, we're talking about our mothers. My mother never got a chance to really hit her stride in living her life, and then without cancer just taking her away. So I know that how important it is for me to sit up there and seeing everything that is coming true and unfolding, and being, this year has been on fire, with the not just an opportunity, but things actually manifesting. So what do you think about that, Tina, for you? How was it for you? Because again, you said, of course we know, but the audience does not know that my mom passed away when I was 15, and your mom passed away, after you became an adult. So do you think that, like, this legacy building, how with your writing and coming out and doing spoken word and all that, how are you feeling about the legacy building from that perspective of doing what you wanted to do?
Yeah, so when my mother passed, I was in my early 30s. It was unexpected, because like I said, she didn't really share with us that she was ill. It just kind of felt like all of a sudden. But, knowing the nature of cancer, it's never all of a sudden. I can't say how long she knew that she was ill, but I know it just like once we knew that she was sick, then it just was a rapid decline from there. As far as legacy building, in a lot of my writing, I try to make references or remembrances of situations or, my past. Some with my mother, some with aunts, cousins. I talk a lot about my brothers and my sisters in my writing, because, of course, they had a big influence on me and who I am now. So I think the project that you and I are collaborating on, I think the plan that we have to open it up, first talking about our parents and our aunts, and the generation that came before us, and then possibly closing with that same kind of idea. I think that lends a dimension of the legacy to our project.
I can't agree with you more on that. Because that was one of the things that we were saying, but I just wanted you to go ahead and say it and get you more. So that way, like I said, I want people to know you more. You're not going anywhere. You have arrived on the scene and you're staying on the scene. So I
Yes,
think that
we
that's
are.
important. To me, to see that we're actually being able to see something come to fruition, and because we have been dedicated. And I went back to my stuff, and believe it or not, um, I came up with the whole concept back in 2011, and I didn't realize that we've been writing since
I,
2011.
I know because some of the earlier stuff that we wrote, I did put dates on it when I wrote it, and it was back in
Mm-hmm.
2011. So it's been a long time coming. We've kind of been on and off with it, work on it a little bit, and then get involved in other aspects of our life, and then come back to it, and then we're off again. I think this time at this point, we're probably both at a place where we can finish it up. We spent a lot of years going back and forth with it.
Yeah. As I love to say, life be lifing,
Oh,
where
absolutely.
where we're just like, what? Oh, okay, because we're all, and that's why too, when we're younger, how far can you really see when they ask you when we go to college and they ask you, okay, what are you going to know in the next 5 years? It used to be the hardest thing for me because of dad dying um, when I was 13 and mom dying when I was 15. I never could understand how I could see long term. And
Right,
so it's been until facing this. And I thank you because it's good to talk to you who've been through it. That, okay, I still want to see what works I can put out there because I have no idea if I'll die.
right,
Because this is around the age where my mom passed. So I'm right there where it's like, ooh, I got to get this stuff out. I know that she wanted to do different things. And like I said, just battling cancer. Every time she would get up and start rolling with something, cancer knocked her back down.
right,
So even though I was not going through cancer at a younger, my 30s or whatever, still all the other stuff was taking it down to where it was a consistent problem with me and struggle and saying, am I going to live
right,
to see this? And so to know that with this project that we've been writing on, and because I kept saying the wrong dates when we would always talk, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I've been this long, but then I was like, oh no, I actually came up. Wait a minute, I came up with that in 2000. I said, oh snap! Because like you said, and I did mine too. I was dating everything, and I said,
yeah,
oh wow! So I was fascinated because
yeah,
that
me
we're
too.
here.
Yeah, when I looked back, I said it's been a lot. We've been writing a lot, and we started this project a long time ago. But that's how life is. Like you said, life be lifing. So,
Yeah,
but the good thing is that we have not given up on the project. We're, like I said, we do some and then we back up and forget about it for a while and then come back to it. So it's been a long time in the works, but it's going to be completed.
and I'm so excited about that. So, working with House of Void, this is like one of the best things to writers out there who don't know about it. I can tell you more later. The House of Void is really a great company that publishes and does, really with their ISBN numbers, and they're a Canada based company, but they were able to merge with the United States. So actually, you get your stuff in not only your copyrights, but your books and everything can be sold in two different countries, and without having worrying about the hassle of what we have to pay to be in two different countries. So anybody that knows me, I know the Guard Code Red, I know you know I'm talking about Chris Corvin because he was doing the mental health segment, the men's mental health. And so that was a really, really nice thing. So to know that everything is on a move, that like, okay, here it is. Now it's like bang. For me, it's keeping me grounded and breaking everything off. Because when Wicked first did my spoken word album in 2022, that's when I was in disbelief that things were really happening that I could see while I was alive. So that was the major thing for me, was to see things that while I'm alive and then push forward into saying, okay, bam. And so this has been like a great experience, and doing it with family, the family legacy. Then for me, building that and saying, okay, you guys always have something in our family history now that was done together, meant everything to me. So
Right,
I appreciate you for really just digging in there with me. Can you go ahead and read Code Red's statement, please?
Sure. Stipulation in this life has always been a strong fact, but why is stimulation always better when you're on your back?
Well, you want to answer that?
No.
See, wait a minute. Let me take a little try at it, because that's funny. Because on your back, yeah, okay, stimulation on your back. You know, Code Red. Okay, you got to forgive me. But you're right about it, because it's like when you got. I'm gonna take it from a different angle. When you get it from a place where, when you get knocked down, it feels so much better because you know that you're taking something deeper within yourself to get back up. And so to me, when I'm on my feet and I'm stable and things are moving, of course I'm appreciative of it, because I've fallen so many times. And it took a whole lot of strength every time to get back up. So my stimulation from that point of view is that I become much stronger. So even now, having to go and do more things, I still have to make sure that I'm showing up for myself. And sometimes I really need that type of energy. So that way I can get up and be like, so I'm stimulated by the mere fact that, you know what, okay, my brain, my body, everything else is going forward. And it feels good. You know what I mean? After you've done it, then you're like, okay, I know I can conquer and do so many things. So, yeah, because Code Red, you ain't setting me up.
I like that interpretation, Christy.
Thank you. See, I'm very quick on my feet. I think that's because they were quiet out there. LOL, y'all helping me write the song. Oh, really? Okay. Well, shoot, wait a minute now. I know that's right. You better go ahead and let them know, the Guard Code Red, that Christy L. Farley and Tina BW is in the house, okay? Stimulate your mind when you're going through the struggle. Of course, I know, but it was just so nice and loaded.
Yes, it definitely was.
And so we always, you know how we do it on here on the show. Never when you're up on your feet. Right. It is. It's like you fall down and then, you know, I mean, yeah, you have to laugh too, of course. Because that's why Taylor's like, wait a minute now. Hold on. Y'all ain't setting me up. We always joke. We have fun here. We can talk about some serious stuff here. We do it all here on Journeys and Gems with Farley and Friends. What I like to do is that let's go ahead and play something. I think with the Guard Code Red, I think Ribbon in the Sky would be one of those tributes that we would say we can definitely dedicate to our mothers, Grace and Mary.
And all of the other aunties too.
Yes.
Liz, Dolores, Kitty, Who else? I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Well, you figure Aunt Chris is
Well, Aunt Chris is still here. That's my hanging buddy.
no. What I'm saying is that you figure that she's gone through it, and she's been
yeah,
one
she
to be able to beat it,
definitely has gone through it and is a survivor. Yes.
Yes. So we want to also put that out there that there is hope. Yeah, of course that's your hanging, but yeah, y'all just be, what, y'all are funny, but I'm gonna leave that alone because y'all just be everywhere. That's why I said I know what's going on though. I know what campaigning really is going on, but I ain't gonna say nothing though.
Look, I like to say I got one auntie left. I hang with her as much as I can.
That's right. That's right. Cause wait a minute. Yeah, because you figure 5 of the 6 girls. Wait a minute. What's it?
No, 6 of the 7
Bonnie.
girls.
Bonnie.
Aunt Bonnie, right. We forget about Aunt Bonnie because she was the first one to pass. Yes.
And she was so young.
That's what I was saying in my head. I'm like, I'm forgetting somebody. I know I'm forgetting somebody. Yeah.
Right.
Bonnie. Yeah.
Because I can't remember her face. That's how young I was.
Her face from pictures.
Right.
I only remember her from pictures. I don't recall. I was very young when she passed. So
exactly.
You probably weren't even born
like
yet.
June in that way of passing so early.
Yeah.
Which y'all, June is my sister. So anywho, we're gonna do Ribbons in the Sky for them.
Okay.
Hey, yo, what up? This the God Code Red. I just wanted to take a minute to remember all the loved ones we lost, man. Let them know that they never forgotten. And they always in our hearts. It's official. Code Red. Hey, yo, Big, say what's up to my man Pop. Nipsey Hussle in the heavens, he can make it rock. My man X on the scene, he gon' hold it down. Shock G in the heavens through the hump now. It's a whole different life when you're in the sky. Hey, Aaliyah, say what's up to that left eye. We reminiscing on the visions in the life stain. To be in your presence, man, I get my right hand. We in a whole different world the way we living now. Oh, your sons and your daughters, they can wear the crown. Y'all done represented life to the very end. Big Pun in the heavens, he can represent. Reminiscing on the life that you left behind. I see the vision every time I'm looking in the sky. And when I open up my eyes and I see the shine, I'm just reminiscing, man, ribbon in the sky. It's like a ribbon in the sky with this life now. All the legends and the stars, they done fell down. And all the history and stories that your life left, I'ma cherish every day till my last breath. I can see the stars shine in the night sky. See it move if I see it at the right time. Every day I see it shine, it's like you never left. You just a ribbon in the sky till my last breath. Hey, yo, Prince, say what's up to that MJ. Let them know that the image never fades away. Got us moonwalking streets in the summertime. Got that purple rain with us, help us visualize. Ray Charles with a vision that they never seen. Put the lighters in the air to infinity. And all the chemistry and soul that your life left, we gon' cherish every day till our last breath. Hey, yo, Easy, what you doing in the sky now? In California dreaming life when we living now. Got that California love in the background. All thanks to the West that you laid down. And we living with these visions when you're in the sky. If you open up your mind, you can visualize all the history and stories that your life left. It done utilized vision for the next step. Now we got the elevated purpose living now. All thanks to the stars that you laid down. Luther Vandross soul with an open mind. Got that Warren G where that's regulating time. Every time we open up our vision, see the pain. Then we understand the pain generates the change. Now we open up our heart and see a bigger light. We got that ball Marley high when we living life. It's like a ribbon in the sky with this life now. All the legends and the stars, they done fell down. And all the history and stories that your life left, I'ma cherish every day till my last breath. I can see the stars shine in the night sky. See it move if I see it at the right time. Every day I see it shine, it's like you never left. You just a ribbon in the sky till my last breath. It's official. Let's try to remember all those loved ones we lost, man. A ribbon in the sky. Never forgotten. Always remember. Yeah. It's official, man.
As many times as I've heard that song, boy, why am I still crying?
Yeah, that was absolutely amazing. I mean, I have no words. I really, really enjoyed it.
Okay, let me go. Okay, he said he hopes that you like it.
I do very much.
Let me make sure. Okay, the guard code read on all platforms. I'm telling you guys, like, I promise you that this is what true hip hop lyricist is. This is what we do with the spoken word. We transform everything, and then it goes in different directions, and that gets me. But that really got me because you're on here. So it's like, wait a minute, Christy, are you really crying right now when you're on the show? Like,
yeah, I mean, it really says it all. It really says it all. It's a wonderful tribute to all the people that we have lost.
Exactly. And the words that he was saying, just everything has such a great meaning behind it. And I always love that tag. It's official because it cracks me up every time. Yeah, wow, no words, amazing. Exactly. I'm trying to tell you. I've been trying to tell you, but you don't listen to me, the guard. Come on now. I've been telling you how awesome you are and amazing you are as an artist, and being able to put that out there like that.
And I have to say, I am not a big hip hop fan, but I did definitely truly enjoy that.
And that's what I'm talking about. That's what we talking about with the crossovers, where, but you grew up though when hip hop.
Yeah, the really
first came, the original.
Right.
So good music. Real hip hop from rap. Let's put it in that kind of sense. When somebody's got something deep message, right type of voice to deliver it.
Yeah.
Right music. Like that right there.
Yeah, I think more importantly is the message.
Yeah.
Of course, the very early old school music of hip hop was, just a lot of rhyming, and it was fun and it was silly, and half of it didn't even make sense. When you think about like Rapper's Delight or, some of the really early stuff, it was just fun, but it was new. So it was fun.
Right.
It didn't matter that it didn't make sense. Then we move into the rap that makes sense and it has a deeper meaning. And that's more what I like. Again, without all the cursing and without all the negative energy. I mean, I do like rap that represents positivity.
Well, this is one of them people that absolutely will be able to share the information on his music and where you can find it, like all platforms, the guard code red, but I'll make sure I, text it to you because that way, like I said, things like that. See, we never know what's underground.
Right.
And so there is a lot of underground artists out there. And he was one of them that I knew you would like, boom. He said, there's a bigger, better life after this. And they become a ribbon in the sky to our last breath. You never lied. You have never lied. He said that you will be rocked by Gotta Get Away. How you think I'm ending my show? See, you don't even know nothing about me. See, you just show it right there. You don't know nothing about me, the guard code red. See, because I'm going to play that. I said that tag on it. I said, but wait a minute. Ribbon in the Sky right now is a great tribute to our mothers and to everybody that has passed away, in our family and, friends, loved ones, everybody. That was a great tribute and whole, so everybody could sit up there and, celebrate whoever that they are, whoever they want to put in that slot.
Right.
of it. So I'm definitely going to go ahead and play that one. Yeah, because she would be blown away by me because I don't curse a lot and everything is pure. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is that's why I'll go ahead, and I was talking to you before about it. And I said, you know what? When you do a more clean of a version, then you get more people and more
Who
age
want to
groups,
listen, right?
everybody.
Who you get more people who want to listen and who can relate. You know,
Exactly.
a lot of people do get turned off by the cursing and the, like I said, the negativity. So yeah, without that, yeah, you have a larger audience.
Right. And so I was telling people, it doesn't take, I'm not trying to tell people to take it away because I didn't say that to him, but other people that I've talked to and they want to maintain certain things. And I'm like, look, here's the point is that you're only going to get played and it's going to get played out certain music. It's not going to stand the test of time.
Right.
You got to look at not what's now, but what is
What's going
stuck
to move
around.
into the future, right? What's going to still be relevant 20, 30 years from now.
Exactly. And he said, truly honorable, so proud, living in the sky that you felt. And hey, you are, I'll let her say what she wants, Tina. He says, honorable that it makes him, and he's so proud that living in the sky, you felt that.
Well, yeah, I did. I felt it 100%. Just listening to the lyrics and hearing the mention of so many of our artists who are gone,
Mm-hmm.
and paying tribute to them, which is something that doesn't happen often, not from an artist. A lot of artists out there now are primarily concerned with themselves and what they're doing now and don't really pay tribute to those who came before them.
Absolutely. They don't do the history and
Right.
understanding why does a man like Ron Isley still can come out and people are going to pack them
Right.
pack a stadium, wherever it is packed.
Or why a song from 30 years ago can come on the radio or be played. You hear it in a store, in the supermarket, and you hear something from 30 years ago that's timeless and it can stop you in your tracks.
Exactly.
So that's what we're talking about, the timelessness of it.
Exactly. And exactly, be like, even if you are not old enough to have memories from there, it creates some kind of memory because you see other people bopping and then people be asking questions. And that's why it's funny that Frank, Common the Frank, is actually so particular about music.
Mm-hmm.
As well. And so when I told him that I was having the Guard Code Red come on and do one of his tracks, at least one of them, because if I can't get two, I'm going to bully you too. Stop playing with me. I'm going to bully you, the Guard Code Red, on that one. And I don't care what y'all say. Y'all trying to cancel me. Forget about it. But that's why, when he heard that he was going to be doing be on his album, was like, yes, what I mean? Because Wicked being on his album, Dio Cordero and the Guard Code Red, all three of them have been my main people that I've followed in the past 4 years. Spaceboy Marley coming in as well. But those were the first three that I heard and I'm rock with still to this day. Like, wow, okay, your music, I'm playing where in my playlist now, it's all mixed in where, okay, I got Planet Rock and I got, LL and then, I got this song and that song, and then all of a sudden one of their songs will come through and I'm like, oh, snap, I like this. And then it comes into our playlist now and stuff. And then I made some to share with people also because it's necessary to go ahead. And I think it's like my civic duty to say, hey, their music, rap music is not dead. Hip hop is not dead. Like, no, it's just underground and we got to make the underground mainstream again.
Right.
So he said, I'm waiting to perform Ribbon in the Sky with the Stevie Wonder intro. Now, wouldn't that be something?
That would be
wow.
awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome. I could see it.
Oh,
I could definitely see it.
yes. From hearing that, yeah, that's what exactly. Because that was one of my favorite Stevie Wonder songs.
Of course. But it also has that it has a Stevie Wonder vibe in terms of, like I said, giving tribute, paying tribute, and paying attention to what's important, and bringing the past into the forefront. So that's kind of like a Stevie Wonder kind of vibe.
Exactly. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you're in my head, cousin. Get out.
Yeah,
You are
he's
in
such.
my head because that's exactly when I first heard it. And I said, wow, he did a whole different take, but it
Mhm.
had the essence. And I know Stevie Wonder would be so proud
Yeah,
to say, wait a
yeah,
minute, hip hop artist did my song, did it right. And the guard said, legacy is everything. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for them fallen artists. And none of us.
absolutely, absolutely. Yep.
Okay, set to record your track, Christy, when I go back to the studio. So it's coming. Oh, I know. We already talked about that because I had pushed back the album because, like I said, when life really throws at us, we're all adults and we all are not privileged where we come from money and we don't have to work. We don't have to do anything to make ends meet. Where it's like, okay, I can do anything. Then we would be sitting back and being able to do everything one time. There would be no reason not to get things in. But I knew that it was my struggle and other artists who were going through the struggle that I had to go ahead and push that date back from it being released in August. And I
Hmm.
said that, I'm not even going to put a time. I'll just put it this year because I want to make sure that everybody that I selected, instead of rushing it, then this is one of the ones where all the beats that Frank made that I was like, Call Me Carry the Frank is just way too crazy with those beats. And so I sent it to everybody, see what beats that they wanted and what I named them because he named them something different. So that's how we're doing a special, that's why they're called special legacy version, family versions, excuse me, special legacy family version. Because we're family and it's like, okay, he's putting out that and then I'm loving it and everything he's putting out there, I'm like, yep, I want to use this, I want to use that, and he didn't think none of it will work on his music. So the first time he heard both DL, um the Guard Cool Red, he had a version on there that they was all rough drafts and Wicked, and what Wicked does is he'll put them all together so that way I get a kind of a vision of it. So when I was first doing crystallization and doing Frank's song is crystallization, I entitled it Unlearn That System. And so when he heard DL and then the Guard Code Red and then Wicked, and he got all excited, like, what? Somebody can do something on there. So last year I was not able to get the Guard on that one due to the time constraint that I had. But I
Right,
said
right.
that I'm going to actually put out another version, not another version, but I'm gonna extend the version where I can
Mhm.
extend it to have a few more artists come on there because that's going to be on the Oikage album. And so I said I want to do these different things, and I know that artists have to go out there and be able to pay for studio time and all that stuff, to get in and do things. So I'm like, look, I'm not going to be one that's just going to rush something like that when I know that there's certain people that, yeah, it's worth waiting for, and including myself, because I want to make sure I'm representing as well, because I don't want them to be like, oh, I'm not doing none of that because Christy don't sound like nobody.
Okay.
You don't sound like nothing, and I don't want to do nobody no injustice either. So I want to make sure my recording is straight as well. So all my voice with certain things I gotta go re-record, so it's all about getting the computer, getting a new computer and being able from that point move forward and say, okay, let me get these recordings out. So that's why I'm finishing this song, should have it within 2 weeks. Oh yeah, like I said, everything that you do I can't wait for, and because I started late and I don't want to keep Tina up so long that I'm going to go ahead and instead of doing any more of the poetry, I'll come back to you guys on Sunday, and it's going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Sunday, because at 6 p.m. we'll be going right into the mental health segment. I have not thrown a title yet. I'm still preparing questions, but I know that we're going to have it. Y'all know me. I come up with good questions. I come up with good material of anything that I do. It's something like, okay, so it's going to pull some things out. And that way I get the light stuff going on. Then we can dig deep. And so we got from 5 o'clock. Again, Gem Shine Sunday's back on again.
Okay,
And
Miss
then
Darling, I'm going to be out of town this weekend. I'm going to our parents' hometown for the family reunion.
yeah,
So I won't be available on Sunday. I'll probably be on the
no, I'm
road.
telling the audience.
Hmm?
I was telling the audience.
Oh, okay. Okay, got you.
So that way they know, because I got thrown off yesterday, and then today like I said, coming in so late, and I don't want to keep you here, but I'm just
Right.
letting the audience know we will be back on Sundays on our
Oh, okay.
and not at
Oh,
6
okay,
o'clock,
got you.
but at 5 o'clock, because I want to do and give anybody the opportunity. It's harder to get spoken word artists where everybody's wondering where the community's at or the poetry, and where's the community at. And then I'm like, okay, here's the podcast, and then it's like crickets, and I'm like, oh, okay, so you're not ready to actually go on stage yet. You know what I mean? You're comfortable with certain other places, which is cool. I just want people who can say, well, I want to read my stuff. And be able to be seen and highlighted on. So hopefully it'll pick up, and maybe during the wintertime, who knows? But definitely I'm just going to go ahead and, like I said, I got all 3 of my albums. There's only a couple of songs that I'm not able to load up, and I think it's because of the wave and what StreamYard is allowing me to do. But I will figure that out, because some of the songs that is on there, everybody, that you guys really want to be able to hear and get an understanding and backtrack on how Christy L. Farley came up on this podcast and what she's done, and what she's done. Look, okay, yeah, what I've done, and and then what I'm about to do, so that way you're not so shocked. Please go ahead to looking at everything as far as the anthology. You can look it up with Sabrina T Speaks. I'm in that anthology. Girl, Don't Count Yourself Out. The second series is called You Can't Give Up Now. My chapter's in there. I'm in the Professional Pulse magazine, the May edition. It's got Sabrina Thomas on the cover, so they did a highlight on the co-authors. And then we'll be having more stuff coming out. Again, we told you all about our project coming up, Two Sides of a Coin. We are talking about another anthology with Sabrina Thomas, where we're both going to be in it, which is going to be so cool, because that means that I got to talk to you. Now we have a reason to talk to each other for the rest of the year. So it's like, okay, we can't take a break, because okay, wait a minute, there she is, and we got to write. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but it's going to be a fun journey with this. And thank you to House of Void, Chris Corvin, for putting things together and making it happen to where we're still going to be able to be self-publishers, in the sense of keeping all of our royalties, but we have a company who is guaranteeing us to do a lot further, so we don't have to wait to become international authors. We'll already be one. Okay, let me not be.
That's right.
So with the end coming up, Tina, again, I want to thank you. Everybody, please show your love.
Well, thank you for
Tina
having me. I had fun.
Yeah, so did I. And again, I appreciate it, because my lateness. And can you still believe they're still practicing these drums?
Yes.
Oh, I don't understand it. Like, please, why this late? I don't get it, yo. Please leave me alone. I'm gonna be like Michael Jackson. Leave me alone. You know what I mean? But hey, it's for the kids. It's just wild, because when I do the podcast, I'm used to years ago when they used to do it at 5 something.
Mm-hmm.
So that way it was like by 7 something, okay, you knew everything was going to be quiet. And
Right.
so now it's like, whoa, okay, you guys have gone way past the 2-hour mark, and I'm hearing the whistle, and then I'm hearing the drums, and I'm like, oh crap, okay, wait a minute, y'all. But like I said, it's for the kids. So we go through what we go through. It's just I gotta find the right kind of headphones. But yes, I'm gonna have you on again.
Okay.
And you'll be a continuous guest panelist because we'll be talking about different things about our books and doing more of what we're getting into and being able to pick your brain on things that we're talking about because you can't talk about health or anything else unless you're talking about mental health as well. So this is not a competitive show for anybody else's show who's doing mental health. We get that. I get that. I got more, in the horizon as far as a whole wide range to where people can come and I want everybody on here to be interviewed at some point. I want everybody to come on and display whatever gifts you got and talk about what you're doing to include, if it's not even a musical, even if you're not an artist in that way, but you're an activist or something like that, you reach out to me. I love to do an interview. There's so many great people doing great things like Tina BW. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
And I'm going to keep you on, though. Usually I end up leaving, but I want to hear your thoughts on this song, and then we're going to end the show, you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
Man, sometimes in life, man, sometimes you just feel like you gotta get away. From all the stress, the struggle, all the pain. It's official, man. Swear, Lord, I gotta get away. I swear, Lord, I gotta get away. I see pain in my tears that I never say. Living life through the visions that ain't never right. I hear gunshots ring when I sleep at night. Dark clouds over vision from a dark past. Shattered dreams from a vision that'll never pass. Every morning that I wake, I feel the same pain. Trying to overcome the struggle just to break the chain. As I'm walking in this life, I see a different path. The clouds from the pain in life never overpass. Thunder clouds over vision from the heavy pain. If you wanna see the sun, you gotta weather rain. You only see the self-reflection when the light's on. You never understand the flow until the pipe's strong. Steady flowing through the purpose of this struggle life. Sometimes you gotta step away to understand this life. I swear, Lord, I gotta get away. I see pain in my tears that I never say. Living life through the visions that ain't never right. I hear gunshots ring when I sleep at night. Dark clouds over vision from a dark past. Shattered dreams from a vision that'll never pass. Every morning that I wake, I feel the same pain. Trying to overcome the struggle just to break the chain. Living life, we take it back to the future now. Cause the choices that we make are our future now. I need that sky life living with the top back. Like the skyline you see from a horseback. Better life, better living with a better mind. Cruising down the Caribbean with an open mind. Never second guessing life for the struggle pain. Before I leave out this world, I gotta get away. I swear, Lord, I gotta get away. I see pain in my tears that I never say. Living life through the visions that ain't never right. I hear gunshots ring when I sleep at night. Dark clouds over vision from a dark past. Shattered dreams from a vision that'll never pass. Every morning that I wake, I feel the same pain. Trying to overcome the struggle just to break the chain. The guard code red, man. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta get away, man. Wait, it's official.
Okay, that was the guard. Code Red, Gotta Get Away. The song is not out just yet. Oh, wait a minute. Did it come out? Wait a minute. Okay, let me stop. I'm trying to think if it came out. Was that the one that you just had that came out with that video? I'm trying to think, the guard Code Red, because I'm trying to remember that. But yeah, that's the first time I debuted it on my show, Tina. That was it hadn't released yet.
Okay.
So what did you think about that?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. It says a lot.
Hey, everybody, don't count out our independent artists. You heard it
Yes.
first from the New Yorker.
The New Yorker.
The New Yorker, Tina BW, we thank you so much. We love having you on the show, and we'll see you again. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I will see you again on Wednesday. Take care of yourself. God bless. All that good stuff we wish for you. Good night.
Good night. Thank you.